Hello everyone. I am very happy to continue sharing the story of Hoài, the resilient single mother. Today we will explore another part of this touching story about the family that saved Hoài. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to support by liking and subscribing to the channel to show your appreciation for this family. Our story begins on a peaceful early morning when the honest man from the village was still hard at work with his usual tasks by the stream. Every morning, he would go to the stream to catch fish to earn extra income for his family. But today, something unexpected happened. As he bent down to check his fishing net, suddenly noticed a figure lying motionless by the water's edge. He hurriedly dropped his net, rushed over to check, and realized that this was a woman seemingly in critical condition. Though he knew nothing about this woman, did not hesitate. He quickly approached, checked her condition, and saw that she appeared to have fainted from exhaustion, showing no signs of life. Ha's heart tightened when he saw her dangerous state. Knowing there was no time to waste, he made the decision to do what any person with a conscience would do: save her life. Without further thought, Ha picked her up, slung her over his shoulder, and began walking down the narrow path leading to his home. Though the path was long and treacherous, his mind had only one goal: to bring this woman home and find a way to save her. Inside him there was both worry and determination. He knew that even if it was risky, he could not let a life be lost in vain. The tension and exhaustion slowly built up as Ha continued his journey. Sweat soaked his brow, but his resolve never wavered. As Ha neared home, his mother Ba saw him hastily carrying a woman on his shoulder and ran over to inquire. As soon as she saw him, she quickly asked, "Who is this son? What happened to her?" But before Ha could answer, she anxiously said, "Hurry and bring her inside." Ha quickly complied, laying Hoài on the bed and stepping back to allow Ba to check on her condition. Ba quickly went over to the bed and examined Hoài body. Seeing that she was still breathing faintly, Ba breathed a sigh of relief, but she also noticed that Hoài clothes were still soaked, indicating that she had likely endured a long and grueling journey. Without letting her worries take over, Ba immediately went to fetch dry clothes to change Hoài into helping her warm up in this critical condition. After everything was stabilized, Ba turned to Ha and asked, "Tell me what happened. How did you find her by the stream?" Ha recounted the entire incident, from discovering Hoài lying motionless by the stream to carrying her home in an attempt to save her life. His mother listened intently, her eyes growing more serious as she heard about Hoài being abandoned and left without any help. Ba then checked her once more and noticed the severe bruises and wounds on Hoài head and face. The bruises and torn skin clearly showed that this young woman had endured a great deal of pain. Without hesitation, Ba looked at Ha and said, "You stay here and look after her. See how she is doing. I'll go up to the forest to find medicine for her. We must save her." With determination, Ba hurriedly went up to the forest, her heart full of worry but also hope. Left alone with Hoài, Ha sat beside the bed taking care of her. His heart filled with anxiety about the woman he had just saved. Every step she took was a careful search. She examined each plant meticulously, from the leaves to the bark, and the trunk, always looking for herbs with healing properties that she had known about for generations. After a long time traversing the forest, Ba finally found the necessary plants. Without hesitation, she chopped the branches into small pieces, carefully placing them in her basket. She also picked leaves with great precision, leaving no branch behind. Each leaf and branch she harvested carried with it the hope of helping Hoài recover. When the basket was full, Ba hurried back silently, praying that everything would be in time to help the girl. She kept closing her eyes to concentrate her energy for the journey back. Though her feet ached, her spirit remained unwavering. Upon returning home, Ba immediately handed the medicinal plants to Hoài, instructing him to chop them up and boil them to make a potion for Hoài. Meanwhile, Ba did not delay. She rushed to Hoài bedside. She took a soft cloth, dipped it in warm water, and gently wiped the girl's body, trying to make her feel more comfortable. With careful movements, she wiped from the neck down to her torso, hoping the warm water would help ease the girl's exhaustion and bring her back to consciousness. Ba kept her eyes fixed on Hoài face, silently praying that the girl would overcome this critical condition. She continuously urged, hurry son, the medicine must be boiled right away, we cannot delay, Hoài is in a critical state. Sensing the tension in the air, Ba quickly turned back to look at Hoài, then realized something important. She was still missing a crucial plant. There could be no further delay, and she quickly set off to the forest once more, hoping to find the missing plant in time. Everything seemed to be very urgent as Ba walked through the familiar paths, her sense of worry urging her every step. She picked leaves and prayed to herself that she would find the missing plant. When she returned, the leaves in her hands were carefully picked. She washed them quickly, then mashed them with her hands, preparing to make the medicine for Hoài. Back at home, Ba immediately moved to the crucial step. She didn't waste another moment. When the medicine was finally ready, she hurried back, looking into Ha's anxious eyes. "Help her sit up, son," she said softly, then took the hot medicine and spooned it into Hoài mouth. As each drop of the medicine went in, Ba gently stroked the girl's shoulder, encouraging her to drink slowly, hoping that she would wake up. After Hoài had finished the medicine, Ba quickly took the leaves she had prepared and gently applied them to the wounds on the girl's head. The leaves were arranged carefully, and Ba bandaged them with great care, as if helping Hoài overcome her external injuries. Every action of hers reflected her deep devotion and boundless love. Ba looked up at her eyes full of hope, then quietly said, "Let things take their course. I believe she will wake up." Days later, Hoài began to recover. She had woken up and could walk again, but her memories of the past remained hazy, as if everything had been erased from her mind. She still felt fear, especially when meeting strangers. However, in her heart, a belief began to form that she would no longer have to live in loneliness and confusion. Still, she couldn't remain in bed forever. The feeling that she needed to do something useful urged her to get up. Hoài began to tidy up the house, wiping down every corner to help Ba. She knew she couldn't keep relying on others, even though Ba had been so dedicated in helping her. After cleaning, she felt that a part of her had returned to normal life. Ba remained concerned about her condition, so when she saw Hoài up and working, she urged her to rest and not overexert herself. The two of them sat together chatting cheerfully. Though there were times when Hoài remained silent, Ba always tried to create a relaxed atmosphere, making Hoài feel more comfortable. Her warm and sincere words helped Hoài gradually realize that she was no longer alone. A while later, Hoài returned home after a long day's work. The three of them sat together in the warmth of the home. Even though Hoài was still a stranger to them, she could feel the sincerity and affection from the two of them. Ha didn't ask much about her past. He simply listened, cared, and shared everyday stories. The sense of warmth and care made Hoài feel comforted, as if she had found a peaceful place in her life. Although she hadn't fully recovered, Hoài began to feel that she could trust the people around her. And perhaps this was the beginning of a new chapter in her life where human kindness and sharing would help her overcome all hardships.
Dù vậy, Hoài không thể cứ nằm yên mãi trên giường, cảm giác rằng cần phải làm gì đó để cảm thấy có ích đã thôi thúc cô đứng dậy. Hoài bắt đầu dọn dẹp nhà cửa, lau chùi từng góc nhà giúp bà Bảy. Cô biết mình không thể cứ phụ thuộc vào người khác mãi, dù bà Bảy đã rất tận tâm giúp đỡ cô. Sau khi dọn dẹp xong, cô cảm thấy một phần nào đó của mình đã trở lại với cuộc sống bình thường. Bà Bảy vẫn lo lắng cho tình hình của cô, nên khi thấy Hoài đứng dậy làm việc, bà bảo cô nghỉ ngơi, đừng làm quá sức. Hai người ngồi lại cùng nhau trò chuyện vui vẻ. Mặc dù có những lúc Hoài chỉ im lặng, nhưng bà Bảy luôn cố gắng tạo dựng không khí thoải mái, khiến Hoài cảm thấy dễ chịu hơn. Những lời nói của bà ấm áp và chân thành giúp Hoài dần dần cảm nhận được rằng mình không còn cô đơn nữa. Một lúc sau, Hà về nhà. Sau một ngày làm việc vất vả, cả ba ngồi lại quây quần bên nhau. Dù Hoài chỉ mới là người xa lạ, nhưng trong không khí ấm cúng ấy, cô cảm nhận được sự chân thành và tình cảm từ hai người. Hà không nói nhiều về quá khứ của cô, mà chỉ lắng nghe, quan tâm và chia sẻ những câu chuyện đời thường. Cảm giác ấy, tình cảm ấy khiến Hoài thấy ấm lòng, như thể cô đã tìm thấy một nơi an yên trong cuộc sống của mình. Dù chưa hoàn toàn hồi phục, nhưng Hoài bắt đầu cảm thấy mình có thể tin tưởng vào những người xung quanh, và có lẽ đây chính là bước khởi đầu cho một chương mới trong cuộc đời cô, nơi tình người và sự chia sẻ sẽ giúp cô vượt qua mọi khó khăn.